Let me tell you about the biggest financial scam of the 21st century. It's not cryptocurrency. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's something far more insidious. Something that's been weaponized against you since you were old enough to understand money. It's called Get Rich Slow. You've been conditioned, programmed, to believe that wealth is a marathon that takes 40 years of soul-crushing labor, penny pinching, and sacrificing your youth on the altar of delayed gratification. They tell you, save 10% of your income, invest in index funds, cut out lattes, and maybe, just maybe, when you're 65 years old, when your knees don't work, when you can't remember where you put your keys, when your best years are gone, you'll have enough money to enjoy a retirement that lasts what? 10 years? 15 if you're lucky? This is a scam. And the worst part? You've been taught to thank them for it. MJ DeMarco, the guy who actually cracked the code and retired at 31, not 65, identified 3 financial mentalities that determine your entire economic existence. 3 roads, 3 destinies. And right now, you're on one of them whether you know it or not. The sidewalk is where most people live. It's the YOLO economy. Income equals outgo, or worse, income is less than outgo. These people worship today and sacrifice tomorrow. They're one paycheck away from disaster, but they're wearing $200 sneakers and driving a leased BMW they can't afford. They think wealth is about looking rich, not being rich. The Sidewalker's motto? You only live once, so spend it all. And when that transmission fails, when that medical bill arrives, complete financial devastation. Ah, the slow lane. This is what society celebrates. This is the responsible path. Get good grades, get a good job, contribute to your 401k, drive a sensible Honda Accord, and sacrifice your entire youth for a promise. The slow lane trades time for money in a grotesque equation that guarantees you'll never be free. You trade 5 days of your life for 2. You trade 50 weeks for 2 weeks of vacation. You hand over your dreams to a boss, to a corporation, to a system that views you as a replaceable cog. And here's the sick joke. The slow lane might work if you're okay with being wealthy when you're old. If you're cool with having money when you no longer have the energy or health to truly enjoy it. The slow lane motto? Settle for safety. Trade your life for security. The fast lane, the only path to real wealth. The fast lane is the road they don't want you to know about. Why? Because if everyone took it, the slow lane system would collapse. The fast lane doesn't trade time for money. It separates them. It's about building systems and assets that generate wealth independent of your time. Fastlaners retire in their 30s, not their 60s. They build businesses, not resumes. They create value at scale, not by the hour. The Fastlane motto? Build systems. Create freedom. Live now. Scene 3. The philosophy, the sense framework. So how do you actually get to the fast lane? DeMarco gives us 5 commandments, the sense framework. Violate these, and you're just another wage slave with delusions of grandeur. C is for control. If you don't control your income vehicle, you're hitchhiking to wealth. And hitchhikers don't dictate the destination. Working a job? No control. Your boss decides your salary, your hours, your value. Investing in mutual funds someone else manages? No control. You're trusting strangers with your future. Building a business you own? Control. You set the rules. You determine the outcome. E is for entry. If everyone can do it, everyone will do it. And when everyone does it, profits evaporate. The easier the entry, the weaker the wealth potential. Real estate seminars, dropshipping courses, affiliate marketing, these are crowded highways to nowhere because the barrier to entry is a credit card and a YouTube tutorial. Want fast lane wealth? Create something with difficult entry patents, unique skills, proprietary systems, innovative solutions. N is for need. Here's where most entrepreneurs fail spectacularly. They build what they want, not what the market needs. Your business isn't about you. It's about solving problems at scale. Stop asking, what do I want to sell? Start asking, what painful problem can I eliminate? What need can I fulfill better than anyone else? The market doesn't care about your passion project unless it makes their lives better, easier, or more profitable. T is for time. Your time is finite. You get 24 hours. That's it. No more. If your wealth is tied to your time trading hours for dollars, you've hit a ceiling. There are only so many hours you can work. The fast lane demands you build systems that work without you, products that sell while you sleep, services that scale beyond your personal time investment. Detach income from time, or stay broke forever. S is for scale. Serving one customer at a time? That's a job, not a business. The fast lane requires massive scale. You need to impact millions, not dozens. Software, products, media, systems that can be replicated infinitely. That's scale. That's how you go from middle class to multi-millionaire. One coaching client? Slowlane. An online course serving 10,000 students? Fastlane. Here's what nobody tells you. The system needs you to be mediocre. It requires your compliance. The educational system, the corporate ladder, the financial industry, they profit from your slow lane imprisonment. They need you working that job, paying those taxes, contributing to those 401 kiloseconds that charge fees on your money. They've romanticized struggle. They've glorified paying your dues. They've convinced you that suffering now equals reward later. It's a lie. The only dues you owe are to yourself. The only person you're serving in the slow lane is everyone except you. So here's your choice, and make no mistake, this is a choice. You can close this video, go back to your cubicle, and convince yourself that slow and steady wins the race. You can keep believing that your mutual fund will save you, that your company will take care of you, that working hard at someone else's dream will somehow fulfill yours. OR. You can join the elite, the vested network, the people who refuse to settle for mediocrity, who understand that wealth isn't about age, it's about value creation. That freedom isn't a reward for old age, it's a requirement for a life well lived. The fast lane isn't easy. It requires work, real work, not the mindless task completion of a job, but the creative, strategic, relentless work of building something that matters. But here's the difference. Fast lane work is finite. You build once, profit forever. Slow lane work is infinite. You work until you die or your body gives out. Which road will you choose? Join the vested network. Surround yourself with people who think differently, who build, create, and scale, who understand that financial freedom isn't a pipe dream. It's a systematic process.